this bundle up week.
I know, we're trying. We got to warm these temperatures up. Yeah, we have a freeze warning that's in effect. Those areas highlighted in the purple, the indigo color. Notice that portions of Pasco County, Pinellas County, Hillsborough County not highlighted under that freeze warning. So what's the deal with that? Well, it's a little bit closer to those water temperatures. The water temperature is actually in the 60s, while over land it's in the 40s. And the more north you go, of course, the colder that it gets. So those areas are excluded because the water temperature kind of helps those locations out. Plus, the further south you go, they are just hovering above freezing. However, there is a cold weather advisory for much of the state. This advisory is taking up about 90% of the state. And this basically means that temperatures will feel like they're in the 20s because you factor in the wind. So the freeze warning means that those areas will actually have freezing temperatures. The cold weather advisory means that it will feel like it's freezing. Take your pick. Either way, it's going to be cold. As we look at the snow totals, we got a little bounce there. We had a couple snow totals earlier today. Looks like some of them just cleared off, but the last 12 hours here, and that was really for the Florida Panhandle. Little dusting, nothing comparable to what we had last year. Remember, last year we had 8 to 10 inches of snow in the Florida Panhandle. But this is unusual to see 2 years in a row now that we're getting measurable amounts of snow. Even if it's a dusting, it's still measurable and enough to powder the ground. All right, so we have that weather impact alert for here at home. The rain is out of here. We really didn't get a ton of rain. It was more of a wind event. A couple showers were out there. But what you need to know now, this is the important part, the cold temperatures on the way for tomorrow. You likely can already feel it outside. We're already in the 40s. The impact would be the freezing temperatures plus those wind chills. Easy what you need to do. Make sure you bundle up, have the warm layers. Luckily, I would think many of you would be off for the holiday, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Some kids may be off from school too. Look at the temperature versus the wind chill, and this is for Tampa, so keep that in mind. So some of the areas up north will be even colder than that. But this is the feels like temperature, mid-30s throughout the morning when you factor in those winds. The winds will remain pretty breezy, at least for the first half of the day. The forecast low temperatures, again, Crystal River, Brooksville, you guys will be at or below freezing. The rest of the area, mid-30s. And then, of course, closer to the water we have, and south, we have some 40s that will be hanging out. The forecast wind chill, however, when you factor in the winds, it will feel sub-freezing for many more locations. That's where that cold weather advisory comes into play. Satellite and radar here showing clear conditions. Our front is now way down to the south. Even the clouds are out of here. The problem with the clouds being gone is that clouds act as a nice little blanket for our atmosphere. So when we don't have clouds in the sky, guess what? All that heating we gained throughout the day, which we had a cloudy day, so we really didn't get that much heating to begin with, it radiates back into the atmosphere. So temperatures have the opportunity to really drop down. As we look at our 7-day forecast for tomorrow, again, we're starting off in the 30s. Some areas will be in the 20s, the more north you go. As we enter into the afternoon, however, we're back into the low 60s. Tuesday morning, still on the chilly side, we're still in the lower 40s. Mid-60s for the afternoon high, so getting better. Wednesday, you see, we're stepping up day by day. That continues throughout the week where we finally get back to those normal temperatures. We have a little bit of rain for the end of the week, just a couple stray showers, a few sprinkles. And then Saturday for the kids, Gasparilla looking good and feeling good. Just that low rain chance, but temperature is spot on.